Okay, so we're still back in Canada. This is fall. After spending last year in Texas, it's feeling a little bit cold. I can't complain, it's around 0 degrees, but I wish I were back in Texas now. Anyhow, today I want to talk about the difference between investing in trends versus fads. Okay, a fad is just a short-term thing that everybody gets excited about. So an example, like back in 2007 or whatnot, you could have bought shares in the company called Crocs. They make those rubber shoes. The share price was up to like $70 a share. They were all the rage. Everybody's buying it. Well, today, you know, the stock price has collapsed because a lot of people have bought, you know, cheap knockoffs at the dollar store or whatnot, and the shares are now around $10, $12 as we're speaking. So to me, that's a fad. That's something that can be hot for a short time and then disappear. Another example would be BlackBerry. Like a number of years ago, BlackBerry, or people call it Crackberry, very, very hot. Well, today the company's in trouble. They don't even know if it's going to continue to exist. So that would be a couple of examples of what I call fads. Now, a trend is a long-term thing that's going to continue to happen for decades and decades and decades. So going back in time, an example of a trend starting, say, in the early 1970s was in North America, women entering the workforce. Okay, this was a long-term trend. It took decades to play out, but it was a continual trend, and once it got going, you knew that it wasn't going to reverse. So a great area to invest in during those few decades was, for example, fast food restaurants, because as both parents or both partners worked outside the home, they would tend to not make food at home, and they would tend to eat out a lot more. So had you bought shares in McDonald's, let's say in 1970, you'd be a multi-millionaire today. Very, very simple. Another trend was a change in retailing. You know, a number of decades ago, you know, the quintessential department store was the main thing. Well, there was this gradual shift in the 80s, 90s, whatnot, to the big box store concept. Anybody who invested in Walmart or Home Depot or similar types of companies did very, very well. These were trends that you could see. They unfolded over a number of decades, and investors did very, very well. Well, the trends that we're looking at today is the development of the world, you know, basically increasing world prosperity. You know, China's developing very quickly. A lot of other countries are developing very quickly. World trade is increasing, you know. So as a result of this, if you buy companies that are going to benefit from that, that would be a great investment. So a few years ago, Warren Buffett bought shares in the railways because the amount of goods that they're going to ship or whatnot has increased, okay? About 6 months ago or so, I gave a name of a stock that I thought would benefit from this increasing trade patterns, and as of today, I mean, the stock price is up around 20% or whatever in 6 months. Short-term gains mean nothing, but over the long term, very, very confident holding this company. Well, the new company that I just looked at today is a company that's going to benefit from another trend, and that's the aging of the baby boomers. If you have a large population group that is currently in their 50s, you know, unless there's some magical miracle, which hasn't been developed yet, you know there's going to be a large group of people 20 years from now in their 70s. And this trend it can't be altered. It's just automatic, and it's going to play out over the next couple of decades, aging of the North American population. And so if you can find companies that can benefit from this trend, you'll do very, very well. So I just found a new company. This is an update for my portfolio video series. So anybody that's a subscriber to my video series, just go on there and I'll give you the name of the company and explain why I think it's such a great company. For those who haven't had a chance, you can take a look at my video series if you go to stopworking.ca. It's .ca because it's Canadian, and you can get more information there. Thank you.